Welcome to Module 3 of the Promoting and Supporting Mental Health program. In Module 2, we explored the first tier of the framework, which focuses on ensuring that the whole school community promotes psychosocial competence and well-being. In this module, we're going to focus on the second tier of the framework, which is about mental health education, including the knowledge, skills, and behaviours you can help students to learn. We'll look at strategies you can use to promote mental health through the curriculum, that is, what you teach, and your pedagogy, that is, how you teach. To get started, click the forward arrow now. First of all, let's look at strategies for promoting mental health through what you teach. We're going to explore two main strategies: teaching specific mental health topics and teaching social and emotional competencies. Click on the buttons to explore each of these now. Depending on your role and the age and abilities of the children and young people you work with, it may be possible to teach your students about specific mental health topics, such as anxiety or depression. Here are a few staff members with different roles. Click on each of them to find out how they have taught specific mental health topics. You might remember Angela from Module 2. As a generalist primary teacher, Angela teaches health and PE as part of the general curriculum. When planning the health component of her curriculum, she prepared units of work to cover a range of different mental health illnesses and disorders over the course of the year. Her aim was to break down the stigma surrounding them, and to do this, she wanted her students to become familiar with these disorders, including their symptoms and their treatments. For example, what is anxiety? What are the signs of anxiety? And what can be done about anxiety? This is Mark. You may remember him from Module 2. When selecting texts for his Year 9 students to read as part of the curriculum, Mark chose the book Saving Francesca by Melina Marchetta. It's a story of a teenage girl whose mother suffers from depression and finds it hard to cope with day-to-day responsibilities. The book shares how Francesca copes with her mother's depression and how she interacts with her peers and teachers to manage her own feelings. It was an excellent starter for a class discussion with his students about depression, including how to identify it, how to support others going through it, including family members, and what they could do if they themselves became depressed. This is Catherine. She's a Year 7 science teacher and is also responsible for a homeroom. Catherine recently found out that some of her students have been engaging in bullying behaviour, some as bullies themselves and others as bystanders to the bullying. She discovered the department's Bully Stoppers initiative, which has online learning modules, fact sheets, and teacher guides about bullying, cyberbullying, and social media. Each module presents 6 scenarios with various options that each character can pursue. As Catherine facilitated the modules with her homeroom students, she prompted discussions along the way by saying, "Have you ever experienced something similar?" Or, "What would you do in this situation?" She also invited parents in for a community meeting and introduced them to the Bully Stoppers resources for parents. She went through one scenario with them during the meeting and discussed some of the tips that are available on the website. Social and emotional competencies are skills that assist young people to understand and manage their emotions, set goals for themselves and achieve them, feel and express empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationships with others, and make responsible decisions. The Collaborative for Academic, Social and Emotional Learning, or CASEL, has identified 5 competency clusters. Have a go at correctly labelling the 5 competency clusters in the CASEL model. Then, click Submit. Let's